It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Crosby on now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Wait, that round 80, round 80. Good track. Shadow.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it with rush coming, and he's taken down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking scheme. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Another try after the first down sack. Brady. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And that is going to be incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Rodgers now to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. Now Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
General West, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And Adams has it complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. This is Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That sack came from the corner. On the corner blitz, it was Josh Jackson. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Brady. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And got his man complete. A big play there for New England, and even 50 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big play. He is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Brady. That's caught by his tight end, Matt LaCosse. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 32 on the play. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like that memory was a little too long there.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for, because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter brought a time to change things. Throwing now is Rodgers. And a throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Patriots take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. On 2nd and very short, Brady.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shot of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now a first down carry by Jones. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
The tackle made by Stephon Gilmore.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. There was the veteran Devin McCourty. Got a hand in there to break that one up.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
Throwing is Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Rodgers to Allison, good for a Green Bay first down. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Shotgun now for Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Rodgers going to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. The safety, Patrick Chung, got a hand in, knocked it away. The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Here's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Packers have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady is going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Wait, 20! Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. You.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Preston Smith getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Patriots' 36-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Tackles. Check three.
Now Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. Charles, with that incompletion, I want to step back for a second, just talk about the quarterbacks this year. It's an interesting stat that you and I were looking at before the game. 40 quarterbacks have been used in the first 3 weeks of the NFL season, most in the Super Bowl era. Some injuries and then just some changes at QB.
Yeah, and 20 of the starting quarterbacks this past Sunday under the age of 27. But what I like about what I'm seeing, despite the injuries, retirements, guys being unable to play, I'm seeing these youngsters and backups come in and play well in a lot of cases. Gardner Minshew in Jacksonville has taken charge there. They got their first win. Kyle Allen, 4 touchdown passes for Carolina in relief of Cam Newton. They got their first win. Going into week 3, the collective quarterback rating for the season, 94.0, which was the highest at that stage of the season in a long time in the NFL. So maybe the quarterbacking straits that we talk about all the time aren't as dire as we've made them out to be.
Brady now on first down, and that'll be incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. With that incompletion, we step league-wide for a second. I want to discuss Saquon Barkley's injury. Obviously, that hurts the Giants, who are having a quarterback change. And look, Daniel Jones looked good, but they're going to need Saquon Barkley in that back.
Way, not just as a runner, obviously, but his ability to catch the ball in the backfield, make plays in open space. 4 to 8 weeks with a high ankle sprain. Horrible news, not just for the Giants, but how about fantasy football teams? All right, if you got Saquon Barkley, many of you selected him at number 1 in your draft. Now he's going to be out for a decent portion of the season.
You better hit your waiver wire and get Wayne Gallman quickly. Brady, 10 of 16, throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Zadarius Smith coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing now is Brady. He's got Lacoste over the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Matt Lacoste, 31 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And before they can get the play off, here's a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball. That's their first of this 2nd half. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Shotgun now for Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know the natural instinct is to kick the extra point there and tie the game. But here in this spot, at this point of the game, is there another coach maybe weighing in with what to do here?
Well, I think that analytics are starting to say, with it being from the 2, that you're going for 2 more often, that makes sense. But there, I still like going for 1, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I mean, that's my first instinct, but I'm understanding how the game is starting to change, and we're getting a number of these quarterbacks who are telling their coaches, we should go for 2 all the time. I want to see if we ever get a team that actually starts to do that.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, defense.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Foxborough. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Rodgers to throw. Going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Preston Smith. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now Brady. And no, it's incomplete. It was Darnell Savage that time who was able to knock it away. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Rodgers now to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll go again to Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Rodgers. It's caught. Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. From 21 yards away. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Go.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Let's go, Buck.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Brady to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The first defensive back taken in this year's draft, Darnell Savage there to knock that one away. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Hey, let's get this.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. He'll have a first down past the 40, the 40, the 20, 10, and he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And, of course, this win, a big one. They can hang their hat on this victory on the road against the defending Super Bowl champs.
And you know how difficult it is for the team that wears the crown, because they're going to get everyone's best shot. So let's face it, they circled this game. We're going to go in there and take down the defending Super Bowl champs. This is our opportunity. There's